Thank you, Richard, for inviting me to participate. And I want to thank you for the opportunity to address such an elite gathering of intellectual leaders on an issue that has commanded my attention for my entire academic career. We are discussing how to educate those whom we expect to contribute future innovation to the state of Texas and the nation as a whole. Presumably, this means tapping into the resources afforded by the large population of current citizens and residents, as well as future immigrants. In the past, we have been successful in nurturing the many talents present in our population, and the expectation is that we will continue to do so in the coming years. Presumably, we are concerned about increasing doctoral production in the sciences. As noted by Drs. Tapia and Nelson, rapidly changing demographics over the past few decades suggested we must deal with a considerably different talent pool than that present, which the state has relied upon in the past for developing that pool. And thus we must fully understand the dynamics of academia in our major research institutions if we hope to implement successful strategies for educating future innovators on a large scale. So here's some points that I wish to make, and my observations here are based on my 50 years as a teacher of mathematics and my 16 years of experience as a department chair, and of course in my 22 years as directing a successful undergraduate intervention program at UT Austin in mathematics. So here's things that we have to keep in mind. First of all, it takes a lot of resources to create an average, productive, non-minority PhD. It takes considerably more resources to create an average, productive minority PhD. Academic departments at the leading institutions don't want average PhDs. They want exceptional PhDs. The problem of producing PhDs from underrepresented groups is a national problem. Top research institutions are engaged in international interactions. Their interactions are global in scope. To compete on an international level requires international recruitments. As a result, we have here a classic mismatch of national needs versus international aspirations. From 1988 to 2010, the mathematics department at UT Austin ran a successful intervention program, the Emerging Scholars Program. ESP was designed to get students past the first year calculus sequence, the first hurdle that was commonly encountered by students engaged in STEM academic career programs. That program was based on a program that had been developed by Professor Uri Treisman at the University of California, Berkeley. ESP worked well then at that time, but programs such as ESP are now too little and too late when we're addressing domestic doctoral production among underrepresented groups. I'll be glad to explain why that is, but I don't have time to go into it. But we should keep in mind students entering doctoral programs at top institutions are being engaged at early stages in their career, that is in grades 7 through 12, through 16. Through summer research programs and advanced academic work that builds upon that experience. By the time we get them at the freshman level, it's too late. They're already way behind speed. Where am I here? Oops. Back.
1 minute.
Okay. Yeah, I'm almost there. And we should keep in mind that access to such programs is limited geographically and economically. And as pointed out by Dr. Tapia, the great majority of underrepresented students interested in STEM careers are concentrated at community colleges. This emphasis on early career training is much more prevalent and national in scope in many foreign countries. As a result, top institutions are educating future innovators, but these students are not coming from the U.S. In view of these statements, it appears that if we are to educate future innovators from our national populations, we must engage in massive science and mathematics intervention programs at the 7 to 12 level, with resources comparable to the best athletic programs found at this level. There must be multi-level feeder-type partnerships between local schools, community colleges, research universities, and doctoral programs, and all professional STEM organizations in Texas should view such development as their highest priority. Last, while this is a tremendous challenge, it is also a tremendous opportunity for the state of Texas to assume a leadership role in this area of national need. Now, finally, permit me to conclude with some information that may give a response to one of Tapia's questions, and that is, who will we look like? What will our students look like, teachers? Here's what the future holds at UT Austin, for example, in mathematics. If you look at the UT Mathematics Department, it has currently 30 professors, 17 of whom were US born. Has 5 associate professors, 5 of whom were US born, and 12 assistant professors, 2 of whom were US born. That's what the future brings, those 12 assistant professors, if we continue on this trend. Thank you very much.